Hi everyone. In this video, I am going to show to you guys the interview questions which has been recently asked in Infosys for cloud engineer position. As I got this info from different sources and I am going to show to you in this video in order to make sure you need to understand about the market expectation and you need to get an awareness what kind of questions you can expect from an interview in Infosys. In Infosys, you have three rounds of interview is there. The first round is technical round, second round is managerial round, and the third round is HR round. Here in this video, I am going to cover the questions which is related to both rounds. That is technical round as well as managerial round as well. And I am not sure guys, the questions which I am going to show to you, you will get the same questions in the interview. But I can sure you will get some of the questions. This will make sure to boost up your confidence while attending the interview in Infosys. And right now, the interview is going on for cloud engineer positions in Infosys. If anybody you are interested, please update your profile in Infosys career page. If your profile is suitable for their roles, then you will get a call from the HR. Then this video will be helpful for you as well. So let us jump into the question scenario. Here, the first question you can expect from the interview is, tell me the responsibilities of yourself in your project. Here, you need to explain the day-to-day activities which you are going to perform in your project, everything to the interviewer. After hearing your explanation or the things or day-to-day activities of yourself in your project, he will ask you some kind of questions. In this, the most expected question is, tell me about the end-to-end CI/CD flow in your project. This will let the interviewer know about how the CI/CD flow is there in your project and how you are going to expose it towards the CI/CD flow. And he need to just understand how you are much confident about the CI/CD flow in your career. You can explain the question like this. In my project, the CI/CD flows start from when developer pushes code to the GitHub or Azure repo, the CI pipeline triggers to build the code. You know, Azure repos we are going to use, or you can use the GitHub as well. Whenever developer pushes the code into Azure repo or GitHub, what it will do? The CI pipeline will be triggered. What the CI pipeline will do? It is going to build the code. Once the code has been built, what it will do? It is going to run unit tests and performs code analysis, and finally what it will do? It is going to create the artifact. Once the artifact has been generated from the build pipeline, what the further thing will be do? We are going to use the CD pipeline, nothing but release pipeline. It deploys the artifact which has been generated from the build pipeline to either dev environment or QA environment or prod environment using approved gates. By directly we are going to allow to deploy the code over the target environments? No, not at all. We are going to set some kind of approvals for concerned stakeholder like data level or AD data level. So they are going to approve. Subject to the approval of those concerned stakeholders, the target code will be deployed over target environment. And infrastructure as a code and monitoring. This ensures faster, automated and reliable delivery. Here I am just showing you guys the kind of answers which I am going to show to you. Suppose if you are very comfortable in your project, then by using your own strategy, you can explain the CI/CD flow scenario. And the other question is, which branching strategy you are following in your project? Here you can answer that question like this. We follow Git flow branching strategy using main for production, develop for integration, feature branches for new work, release branches for staging, and hotfix branches for urgent fixes. This gives clear separation and controlled releases. And every project is different. Suppose if you are working in a real-time project, the branching strategy which you followed in your project, you can explain to the interviewer. Okay, but if you are not sure whether the which branching strategy, you can refer this answer as well. And what are the disadvantages we have if we use the Microsoft hosted agents? As you know, how many agents we have? Two types of agents we have. The first one is Microsoft hosted agents and the second one is self-hosted agents. If you use the Microsoft hosted agent, all the responsibilities will be taken care by the Microsoft only. But if you use self-hosted agents, the updates, patches, security things, each and everything will be taken care by you only. And what are the disadvantages? Advantages, okay, we will get the enough software of the Microsoft. But what are the disadvantages? By using the Microsoft hosted agents, we have limits like shorter build time, that is 60 minutes max, and limited customization, restricted software pre-installed, slower performance for larger builds. Means if your build is larger, then the performance of the agent is slower, and dependency on Microsoft's availability. You will not get the full pledge control on your thing if you use Microsoft hosted agent. Suppose if you want to full control on your project, then you can use self-hosted agent. These are the main disadvantages which we have when we are using the Microsoft hosted agent. And the another question you can expect is, how do you check the code quality in your project? You can answer like this. We check the code quality using static code analysis tool like SolarCube, ESLint, CheckStyle. Enforce coding standards in pipelines, run unit test with code leverage, and pull request review before merging. Means what you will do, static code analysis means what? Without executing the code, you are going to analyze the code in order to understand any vulnerabilities are there, any security threats are there. That is static code analysis. And at the same time, you are going to request for the reviews. If any pull request is there, it will goes to reviewer in order to review before the code is merging into the production. So in this way, we can be able to implement the code quality checks in our project. And the another question you can expect is how to integrate SonarCube in CI/CD pipeline. To integrate SonarCube in CI/CD pipeline, first of all, what we need to do is we configure a SonarCube service connection. Means, as I already told you multiple times, if you want to integrate any third-party service with the Azure DevOps, then you need to create a service connection for that particular third-party service. If it is a Terraform, you need to create a service connection with Terraform. If it is a GitHub, you need to create a service connection with GitHub. If it is a SonarCube, you need to create a service connection with SonarCube. The process is similar. Add the SonarCube tasks, prepare, analyze, publish in the pipeline AML. In the pipeline, once you integrate the SonarCube, you have some kind of task. If you add the SonarCube task, then you have the tasks like prepare, analyze, publish in the pipeline. So with the help of that, you can be able to ensure the build runs analysis before production or producing artifacts. Okay, this way the code quality checks runs automatically on every build. Means here what we had done, we had integrated the SonarCube service in the build pipeline only. Before generating of artifact, the code will be scanned with the help of the SonarCube and it will produce the results. If there is any issue, it is not going to generate the artifact. Okay, in this way we can be able to integrate the SonarCube in CI/CD pipeline. And the another question is, how do you scan the Docker images which has been pushed into the Azure Container Registry, simply called as ACR? We scan Docker images in Azure Container Registry using Microsoft Defender for Cloud, or you can, that is a Microsoft Defender is inbuilt service of Azure, or you can integrate tools like Trivy, Aqua or Anchor in the CI/CD pipeline. This will helps to detect vulnerabilities in images before deployment. What is image? You know, in Docker we have the images. With the help of the images only we can be able to deploy the container. So if you push any kind of Docker image into the ACR, nothing but Azure Container Registry, how you will be scanned? If you want to use Azure native, you can use Microsoft Defender. Otherwise, if you want to integrate some other third-party tools like Trivy or Aqua or Anchor, you can use. That is purely dependent on your project, how your project has been defined. And must ensure guys, you will get a question from Azure Kubernetes. Whatever the interview it is there, you will get interview questions from two things. One is Azure Kubernetes service and the second thing is Terraform. Do you have any experience in Kubernetes? If you have the experience, you can mention yes. Accordingly, you will get a questions from the Kubernetes. Otherwise, if you don't have the experience or if you have only knowledge on it, you can explain the interview. Up to now, as I didn't get the chance to work on the Kubernetes service, so as I know the end-to-end flow, as I already have the knowledge on it, if I found the opportunity in our organization to work on Kubernetes, that will be very helpful for me to learn the Kubernetes service as well. You can answer like this. And how you monitor the application and what tools you are using in your project. This is also one of the important question. Wherever or whatever the interview it is there, you can expect one question from the monitoring. You can say the answer for this question like this. We are going to monitor the application using Azure Monitor. That is, the Azure Monitor is the inbuilt service in Azure. By using the Azure Monitor, you can be able to monitor the application and application insights. By using Azure Monitor, you can do what thing? You are going to monitor the infrastructure services, like you can pull the logs, you can make visualization, what other things are there. And for application performance, you are going to use the application insights. For application performance, for ping test, logs, availability of the application, you are going to use application insights. And we also set up an alerts and dashboard to track metrics like response time, failure rates, and resource usage in real time. Okay, we are going to use the Azure Monitor in order to monitor the resources. So how we will monitor? We are going to set alerts. With the help of the alerts, we are going to integrate those alerts with the ticketing tool. Whatever the ticketing tool is there, we are going to use that particular ticketing tool like ServiceNow or Jira. So whenever there is alert has been generated, it is going to push alert to the ticketing tool. It is going to generate one incident. So based on the incident, based on the scenario, or like whether it is a critical or error, it is a warning, you are going to work on that particular ticket and you are going to resolve that issues. So in this way, you can monitor your project. And the question you can expect is, how do you do monthly patching activities? As you know, the Microsoft is going to release patches on every month, second Tuesday. On every month, the second Saturday, we are going to apply those patches to the dev environment. On the third Saturday, we are going to apply those patches to the UAT or prod environment. For that, we need to raise a change request and we need to get the approval from the concerned stakeholders. And finally, on Saturday, non-business hours, we are going to implement the patch activity every month. For Windows mission, we are going to do the patch activity for every month. And for coming to the Linux mission, we are going to do the patch for every 3 months or quarterly or half yearly basis. Okay guys, and you can explain the scenario how you are going to perform your monthly patching activity on your environment. You can explain those scenarios to the interviewer. So based on your confidence, based on your problem solving skills, if your interview is impressed with your skills, then you will get offer. But whatever the things you want to explain to the interviewer, just please explain to them with the confidence. Okay guys, so this is the recent questions which has been asked in the Infosys for cloud engineer positions. Then if you are getting a call from the Infosys for an interview, just please refer this video. You will get, I'm not sure whether you will get the same questions, but mostly you will get this kind of questions only. If you watch this video, I'm sure this will definitely help out you guys while you are attending the interview in Infosys. And currently, as I told to you, cloud engineer positions are opened in Infosys. And if you have the experience and if you are looking for the switch to change job, to Infosys, then it is the right time. You can upload your profile in Infosys careers page. If you are shortlisted, you will get a call, and please attend the interview. And if you are interested, please, if you are attending any recent interview in Infosys, please comment those questions in the comment section. That will help out to others who are watching this video in order to understand the market expecting questions. Okay, guys, please watch and share your comments. That will help out me. At the same time, that will help out to others as well who are looking for the interview in Infosys. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll meet up you in the next session with a new topic. Until signing off, thank you. Bye bye.